Hey guys, this is Malobi and you are listening to the Pan-African Traders Podcast. On this podcast, we're going to be speaking with experts in trade across the value chain, on the continent and also across the diaspora. This podcast is also sponsored by Kadan Kadan. Kadan Kadan is a new groupage app that allows you to share space within a shipping container so that you can save costs when it comes to your logistics and transportation. Visit kadankadan.com to learn more or visit the Instagram page Kadan Kadan Official. Okay, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. This is Malobi from the Pan-African Traders Podcast. Today, I've got a very special guest, Ken, who will be talking about a topic that a lot of people might not know about. You know, when we talk about exporting from Nigeria, we talk about non-oil exports. People tend to think about foods, you know, agribusiness and all that. But I'm actually going to be speaking to someone that's in the mining space. So I don't know that much about this space. And I'm sure a lot of you that are listening for the first time, or some of you existing listeners might also not know about mining. So I think this is going to be a really interesting conversation because all of this is going to be brand new. So welcome to the podcast, Ken. How are you doing today?
Hi, Malobi. Thank you very much. I'm doing well. Thank you for inviting me to this program. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome. So first things first, where are you dialing in from? Where are you based right now? Are you in Lagos or Jos, or where are you?
Yeah, I'm in Jos now. You know, I have a business here in Jos, a mining business. So I'm in Jos now to see what is happening.
Fantastic. So let's get straight into it. So you're actually in the mining sector. When some people call it solid minerals, there's many different words for it. So, you know, how did you get into this space? What made you come up with this idea of going into mining?
Yeah, as you mentioned, we call it solid mineral because you know when you say mining, you have different types of mining, and then the one that really come to mind is oil, you know, and the gas. But we call this one solid minerals because it's from it's not liquid form. It's a solid form. That's why they call it solid minerals. I entered into it, you know, since 1995. You know, it's been a long time. You know, after wedding, you know, after all those expenses, you know that your expenses will now increase. And then the outlay, you know, need more money to be able to take care of yourself and new family and then extended family. So I started asking what to do. And then a friend, you know, introduced me to mining. So that's where I am today. Yeah. And that's what.
Oh, okay. So you a friend actually introduced you to mining. So
yes.
Okay. And what's your background? Were you into some sort of engineering before you got into mining?
I read graphics. You know, I'm a graphic designer. You know.
Okay.
And then yes, I'm a graphic designer, so I'm very good in colors and all those things. You know, that's my basic area. But you know, when in that area, printing and the design and all those things now, the time we started, there was nothing like computer. You know, you can create something from your head, use your hand to put it down, and then do it the best way you can. And the people were patronising us. But when computer came, a lot of people came into the business, you know, and it started expanding, you know. And then at the time, it became who knows who. Because that time we were working for companies like the banks and all those things. At times, some companies you're working for, before you know it, they will change the manager and the manager will bring his own people. So as that kind of became a very tough area for us. Although I started looking for something else to do. And then somebody told me some mining, so that's why I'm here today.
Wow, that's interesting. And
Yeah.
like you said, you're in Jos right now. So do you think that
Yeah.
the fact that you are in Jos influenced the probability that you got into solid minerals, or was that, I mean, where did you meet this friend? Were they in Jos as well?
It was in Lagos, but he comes to Jos and goes back to Lagos, And then that time, it wasn't popular to be into mining. Many people didn't know about it. So it was just something that's coming up. And then so the guy introduced me to it. Although, when you are learning something, there's some profit and loss, as totally just coming off from something you don't know about before. Traveling, staying in so many places you don't even know about, But because we have it, God protected us as we are traveling from Nasarawa to all over part of North, we knew that time. And then that time there was nothing like insecurity. It can be anywhere around 12 midnight or any time of the day or night, just going around, no fear in anything. Because there was a time I stayed in what they call it, Kaduna, in Kachia. I stayed in a place they call a hotel, but hotel they gave me a candle, So a place I don't even know before. Very cold situation, but at the end of the day, it's an experience for us. So every day you learn. But I just start to tell you the terrain we cover at that time. We learn because every day you learn. And then it was worthwhile. Yeah, it's good.
Fantastic. And you said every day you learn, right? So I'm curious to understand some of the mistakes you made in the early stages.
Oh,
I'm so, because a lot of people are going to benefit from knowing some of those, experiences, so they don't make those same mistakes.
Yeah. Normally, that time we were buying tantalite, and then we see, we contracted to some people to buy for us. When we go there, the people that are on the ground, they tell us they need a certain amount of money to produce for us certain quantity within a given time. So we go from Nasarawa, can go to another Kaduna, can go to another. So some people go to bush to buy those materials and then clean it up because it takes time, It takes time to be able to gather the material, clean it up, and they'll be able to export. So what we learned that time, we are giving people money. We can give some people money, maybe about 2 or 3 people or 5 people. End of the day, what you agree with them will not be what they would supply you. And then they supply you, say, okay, give us more money. We're going to give you another material when you come next time. So that time, at times when you give them money, they use the money to solve their own problems, So at the end of the day, it's not what you agreed with them that they supply. So it affected us, a lot. And then we pass through it. And I know that, that is a learning stage. Anybody that enters into a new business, that's a learning stage. So that stage, we passed through it, we overcame it, and then found another way to be able to be doing the business. So that's why we are. That's what is happening. That's what is happening now.
Wow.
So every day you learn. Every day you learn, and you change the situation because you can do some money. You can use the money to go and marry a new wife. And when you come back, there's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. You can fulfill that money, give him another money again. Trust him again, and that story will come. So it happened that time. So that is the learning stage.
Yeah. And so, from my understanding, you are actually giving miners money to help them, improve.
Yes,
their operations.
we are disbursing funds. Because it's in villages you don't know about. They tell you that this person can supply you maybe one bag. One bag is 50 kg because it takes time to put it together. You see another person can supply you 1 bag or 2 bags. We give you money, what 2 bags? end of the day, can give you only one back. You understand? Promising you that next time you're going to make it up, and that you need more money, and because you need it, you advance more money. At the end of the day, it's not what you are going to get. So that is it. That's the learning stage. But that one is nice in the past now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good to know. And like you said, it happens to every business. You make mistakes at the beginning. You get better quality suppliers and buyers, and
yes.
Better,
that is it. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to also touch quickly on Jos. Jos is a place, or Plateau State in general, is a place that's very close to my heart. I see a lot of potential in that state in terms of agriculture. Pretty much anything can grow there. And then we've got the mining as well. So can you talk a bit about Jos as a mining or solid minerals hub? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, Jos happened to be popular with mining. It started from the British because when they came to Nigeria, they had a lot of tin, columbite in Jos. They have a lot of deposits here in Jos. So they brought in all kinds of machines in Jos, be able to mine them and then send them back to UK. Because even the railway line that passes from Jos here to Lagos, it's because of tin mining. So they brought a lot of machines, and they have a village here in Jos for mining. So when they left, they sold some of those machines to local miners. So, and then in mining, when you bring the materials, you need to develop it. You need to remove impurities to be able to come to a standard good for export. So you find out that all those machines are in Jos. So anywhere you are getting any mineral, like in Nairobi, in Kaduna, in what do they call it, in Ibadan, you come back to Jos. So that is how Jos became a city for mining, because the British started this from beginning, and those machines stayed here. So if you want to raise your materials to good quality, you come to Jos. So because when you come to Jos, all those machines you need, because they might need this one from this person, get this one for another person. So they're all clustered here in Jos. So if you don't need to go to far town to be able to produce what you want to produce and export. So Jos became a city for mining. That's how it came from.
Wow, that's really interesting.
It started from British. So those machines they left behind, they sold it to miners here. So all the machines were here.
Wow, and the machines are still here and they're still working?
Yeah, they're still working, because most of them are still working, yes. Because all those machines from Britain and from Germany, all those they are still working because of their magnets. They have those strong magnets to remove impurities, minerals. So they can refurbish them, but the multiple magnets are still working better than the ones that are bringing new. Because
that's really interesting.
Yes, that's still working. Yeah, you can change the rubbers, change belts, but the actual machine itself is still working. Yeah.
Wow. That's really interesting, and with the train line and everything. So that also leads me to the specific minerals, right? I want to start touching on particular solid minerals. So what happened to the tin industry? Because clearly it was very big back then. We were exporting a lot of tin. I know we still export some tin today, but I don't think it's at the same magnitude. I assume it's not the same magnitude as before. So what happened? Are we still making money from tin?
Yes, they are still making money from tin, but those times, British, they have a way of finding out where the minerals are deposited. Now we don't have those technologies. That time they knew, and then they can go to any length to get those materials. But now there's no support from government. It's only individuals. They can tell you to have some minerals this side, mineral this side, but they cannot know the quantity of mineral you have in any site. Because for you to say that there's a mineral deposit in this area, you have to know the commercial value, be able to help you to get equipment, be able to bring out the materials. So then the British, they know. Once they come to an area, they can go to any land to know the commercial value, know how many years it's going to take them to finish what in that area. So now government is not helping. When they get the money, they share the money. Even the ministers, and they share the money. They share the money. The ministries share the money. Even the World Bank will bring money for developing the mines. They will share the money themselves.
Wow.
The money will not come. The money will not come, and then they are taxing us. They will taxing you, but they cannot help you to develop. Nigeria has minerals, but the government cannot help because the people at the government are not helping the people. They don't have the interests of people at heart. They don't have even the economy of the country at heart. Okay, let us put this money into this so that it can yield money for the country. It can be able to employ more people. But no, you just share the money themselves. That's where we are. So your own. The minerals are there. Minerals are there, but who can help you be able to get to where you want to get to?
Okay. Well,
and another thing now is insecurity.
Yeah.
That's another thing now because because when you have sites, we have sites now to be able to cover, but you cannot go there. You have to be alive to be able to do business. So that is it. So we now leave the artisanal miners that live in those areas. Maybe they can risk it to go and get something for us, but we stay in town. Because we have machines, yes. When they come and invest in our machines. That is it.
Oh,
and
wow.
we buy from them, yes.
Yeah, it's
pending when we have better government and then better security.
That's very true. The insecurity is a big hindrance on the entire economy.
It's a big issue. It's affecting the farmers. It's affecting you can imagine one day I was in my office. There are some people that come to dress materials. It's a place called Odege in Nasarawa State. They bring in columbites. They come because we have machines for dressing. So when they come, they can stay for 1 week dressing materials. And then they can bring local food for us, like yam and all those things for us, in town. So one day I closed from my office. I was going, and I saw some bags stacked near our office. And I was asking myself, who placed all these things there? They said that people that Odege, that now their farmland has been taken over by herdsmen. They cannot go to their farm again. So when they come to town to dress materials, they will now buy food from town. Those people used to bring food for us as gift. They will now buy corn, stack of corn, to go back to eat in the village. Can you imagine? So
wow.
they don't farm again because of security.
Wow.
It's
the biggest, it's the most important thing we have to tackle.
Yes.
In this country, the insecurity is crazy.
Yes.
It's
a big thing.
To also touch on keeping on the subject of the solid minerals, what minerals do you focus on, and what made you choose those minerals to focus on them?
We focus on tantalite, columbite, and tin, because that's what I was introduced from the beginning. Person that was doing from into minerals was doing things like that. So I learned how those ones work, and then the people he introduced to me outside the country to buy the minerals, they are dealing on those things. So that's why my focus was on tin, columbite, tantalite. But now we'll do other minerals. Now we'll do other minerals, including lithium, and then there's one I'm trying to find out, how it's going to work, But these are what ones we are doing now. Yes.
Fantastic. That's amazing. So I like what you said there. It's the minerals that you got introduced to in the beginning that you stuck with. So you really specialized in this kind of mineral. You know everything about it. So that's a really good tactic. Because what I see is, even myself, when I try to look into this industry, I'm just looking at anything. I'll take anything, But sometimes it's better to be focused and know what you want.
That's my friend from China telling me about beryllium. I said, I don't know about beryllium, but I had to make inquiries about it. He said, if I have it, they can buy it. So those ones I go to the site and know what it's like, But the ones I know, those are the ones I'm doing now: tantalite, columbite, tin, and then lithium. We're trying to enter into now.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Okay. So I wanted to understand a little bit about, you said that the government's not helping to map out the geology and see where things are. But I've seen on the mining ministry's website, there's like some sort of map. It's very blurry, it's very difficult to see. So are you saying that they need to do an updated, more detailed one? Is that what you're saying? Because I have seen. Okay.
The detailed one. Those ones are just, if you are telling you how much I spent, trying to do exploration, after going, you cannot see anything again. Because when you see it on the map, you think that something is there. You see it that there's some deposit. When you see it, just like deposit, and then when you go down there, it's rock or it's sea water. So better. So it's not something concrete.
Yeah.
You
okay.
Understand?
I get it.
They can see it. You have something, but it's not concrete. It's not.
Oh,
when you
right.
go there,
Okay, because that's good for people to know, because I thought that when I look at that map, if I go to that point and I dig, I will find the thing. But what you're saying is
you can find some, but is it commercial quantity?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
That is it. Will you cover your costs and make profit? That is when you say that it's hard deposit.
Yeah.
If you have something there that after exploring it, you lose. So why go in there at all?
Yeah, that's a very good point.
So for the World Bank, they knew this. They wanted to help us, wanted to bring equipment to go to those sites and say, okay, this site, we have some quantity of material here. This can last, this is quality, it can last for a number of years, So it can help you to be able to say, okay, we need investors to help you invest in that area because you cover the area. You understand? So when you are not sure, it's because it's a lot of money. We need help. But when government wanted to help, people are having of affairs, they just divide the money. That is it. End of the day, even World Bank tried to help.
Wow.
Corruption is an issue. So you're on your own.
Wow, it's crazy. But
it's crazy.
What about China? I hear there's a lot of Chinese miners in Nigeria. Are they doing their own kind of separate?
Yes, China, they want to do quick things and go. And once there's something that I found about China. Excuse me. When you have mining lease covering an area, there's a place to cover for lead and zinc in Nasarawa State. And then how the license operates. You have to work with the leaders, work with the chief of the village. And then so you have to get a license you have to get an understanding from the villagers that they will allow you to be able to be working in that place. You find out that you can give a lot of money to the chief, to the villagers, trying to work with them. When Chinese comes and see that something is there, they will go and buy the chief because they have money. go and give more money to the chief. And the chief will now say, we don't want you again. They go and write the ministry, say, no, we don't want this person again, we want the Chinese to come. So, because Chinese, they have money. So when they come now, all the money invested in that area will just disappear because they don't want you again. Chinese will not take go. Chinese will know, so Chinese will know that something is there already before they can come in. Because you are working there. You understand? And they'll go behind, go and bribe the chief. And nothing happens. The government will not protect you.
Wow.
I took it up with the authorities then. They said they will see what they will do. But up to today, nothing happened. That is it.
Nigeria, we have a lot of integrity issues in this country.
No. They tell you that they are for foreign investors, But you protect your local investors.
Crazy. All right. Well, so just a couple more questions before we start rounding things off. I wanted to get, we don't just some top level, don't have to go into too much details, but tips on finding a good quality supplier. Say for example, you've got a request for whatever, lead or lithium or whatever it is, and someone says they want this quantity, but you're trying to find a good quality supplier. What should the person do? What's the first step that the person should take?
You see, if you should, when you come to a mining industry, we know ourselves, look to the history of the person. For example, there was a time I was working with one company in the UK, they call it, what do they call it? Stapleford. So he gave me some money to be buying tea for him in a small quantity. So, but when another company came, the big company from Russia, that we should buy for them, I told them, no, I'm a competitor to this person. If I know that this big one will give me more money, it's just because I committed to this person, I stood by him. Within a given time, his own, he didn't want to buy thing again, he wanted to do another mineral. So I lost out. But the integrity is there. The person now that he went to, that the bank, that those people from Malaysia went to now, they're not giving him any amount of money he needs. Can you see? They're not giving him any amount of money he needs to be able to continue to give to them. So now, company like my company, we have potential to be able to supply any amount because we have staff, we have integrity, we have name that we protect. So if you want somebody to be able to buy for you or to work with you, do for people that are on the ground, that have machines, that have been there for some time. Because in the mineral business, we know ourselves here. That is it. Some people will come, 2 years, 3 years, they've left. I know, in this mineral, there are times you have something like a boom. When the price goes up, the time it goes up, the time it comes down. Some people will come from different places. We had like this is doing well. Before you know it, they go back because they did not study the mineral very well. You put money, where you put money, that's where you get to lose. Because the problem starts from the testing, the quality. If you don't get good quality, where you still need to overseas, you're going to lose money. So that's where it starts from. When you are buying something here, now, every day things are coming up. Like something like tantalite, they have different types of tantalite, different colors. You understand? So with experience, you're able to know those things. Nobody will cheat you. So that is it.
Fantastic.
Because here they can cheat you. They can tell you lies and cheat you, and then what they want is money.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And in terms of testing, do you, because I've spoken with a couple of people. One person they buy barytes, another person buys lead. They must have like their own independent way of testing. So does that mean that each mineral has its own type of testing things, or can you have a lab that does multiple different minerals testing?
Yeah, there is when we started, there's a one standard lab, owned by federal government in Georgia. They give you idea what you have. People know about that lab, but Nigeria happened to it. Corruption took it off. And then we started buying our analysis machine on individually. Then some people will commercialize. Some people will now say no, we don't want anybody to come to it because it costs a lot of money. For you to buy one analysis machine that is good, to be up to 50 million. One. And, there's one now that we are trying to buy. It's $120,000. The one we had before spoiled. So it's a lot of investment. And then for you to get somebody that be able to test for you, it depends on trust too. So that is an issue.
Wow.
But the key thing, we need a good analysis to be able to do well in this business. Yeah, that's good.
Great. Just a couple more questions. What about buyers? So, say for example, I've picked a mineral. I know I want to focus on this. Are there any like events that go on for people in the industry, or opportunities for people to network and find potential buyers of these minerals?
Buyers locally here or outside here?
Oh, either one. Anyone, if you know of any, both in Nigeria or outside of Nigeria.
Yeah, there must be always buyers, because it's just for you to find the buyers yourself, or your friend can introduce you. There must always be buyers. Some buyers, if you're lucky, you can sell to the end user, like the industries. There are farms that are producing one thing or the other, and then you can sell to stockbrokers in Europe, because they trust people from Europe than Nigeria. They can buy more, buy from Rwanda, buy from Congo, buy from Nigeria, able to ship to where they want to ship it to. So that there are different buyers, and then there are different prices. They all have costs. If you are selling to the end user, that one will demand quantity. You understand? They demand quantity, but your money will be your price will be higher. You understand? They'll give you a better price, and now you're selling to the stockbroker.
Broker, yeah. But then the broker might be an easier
sell sometimes. Broker will be advancing your money. The broker, with time, if he knows you, he can, because they can get soft loan from you. If you get the papers and the way you're ready to ship, once you send it to the wharf, and then they give you shipping documents, they will pay you percentage based on that split, and then you continue to buy. But when you're selling to the end user, they will not give you any money until they receive it in their warehouse. They test it and pay you 100%.
Wow.
So
wow, thank you so much. You've dropped a lot of great knowledge today. I'm sure a lot of people that are new to this industry would have learned a lot. So I guess,
the problems again we have, the export and the wharf, the delays we have, is affecting the business. Like now, if you want to ship send a tantalite, maybe 3 to 5 tons of tantalite to China, the better you do it through air. And for you to do it through air, it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
It costs a lot of money, because the cost of the aviation fuel now, the cost of sending things out, so it costs money.
Yeah.
But alternative, if you go to wharf here, you can stay for a long period of time. You don't know when the vessel will come, and you don't even know when your goods will reach to the port. You can see all the queues waiting to be shipped. There are times you can stay there for 2 months. And then that's 2 months, the price of goods can come down.
Come down. Oh, wow.
And then the buyer will now say, okay, we're not buying at this price again. We're going to negotiate again. It's actually so a lot of things are happening.
Wow.
So for you to avoid things like that, if you are shipping like a container that is always, in a small quantity, you can say, okay, let me see if I can be able to get a small profit, send it through air. In 2 weeks, you get your money back.
But the margins will be smaller because of the cost.
It's small, yes, but small.
Yeah,
but you're in business,
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, have you tried using Port Harcourt and on-air ports for exports?
I've not tried it before. Part of what we discussed the other day, another thing is safety. We don't know how that place is.
How it
I'm
works.
talking to a shipping agent. He said that they'll try it one day to see what it's like. All these agents, there are some areas they know. There are some ports they are used to. So to try new ports,
there's some risk.
They start seeing new custom, new immigration, new payments. So at times they won't understand. But this one now, they know people they're working with. So it's difficult to change, but I know it's possible.
Yeah. I like to encourage people because everyone moves things through Lagos, and I'm a PH person, so I want our port to be more busy.
Okay.
I've been to Apapa ports and I've been to on-air ports, and the difference is night and day. On-air ports is peaceful, calm. People are smiling. There's less intense. But Apapa, it's a nightmare over there. So I'll recommend looking into it though. I guess the last thing we'll do is just tell people what the name of your company is, so that if they want to do business with you, and then just also summarize what kind of products you export, so if people want to buy from you, and then hopefully from this episode maybe 1 or 2 people can reach out.
The company name is Felmont Commodities. Felmont Commodities. So we do tin, columbite, tantalite. We can partner with anybody to be able to enlarge the business, in exporting. Tin business is a big business, because it's become in quantity. Tantalite, and then one thing you know about minerals, you can never lose in this business, if you have a lot of capital. Like, for example, if you are buying something like 10 naira, for example, and then the price comes down to 6 naira or 7 naira, you might find out you cannot make it. If you have some money, just keep it by the side, because it will not spend. Within a given time, the price will come up again. You sell it. So if you come up again, you sell it. So that's one thing with it. But in the part that you are doing, you have a lot of money to be able to say, okay, this one I keep it by side. So that and then move on. So that is one thing in this business. So we do tantalite, tin, columbite. We're happy to have people that partner with us, make it better, like this.
Fantastic. And I love that last point you made. Go ahead.
And employ more people. Employ more, because a lot of people are suffering. A lot of people need help. And then machines are there to work. So any type of mineral we can do. That is it.
Wow. Thank you so much. And I was just going to say that last point about it not expiring and all that, that was a really interesting thing. We had that conversation befefore, because in the agribusiness space, you don't have that, maybe if it's a dry grain, it can last a long time. At least with solid minerals, you can keep it for years and years. And
for years. And the price will come back.
It must come back. It will always, at some point.
That is so correct. Yes.
So fantastic. So thank you so much, Ken, for joining me on this episode. And we'll definitely be continuing to speak offline and doing some potential business together. But have a lovely evening, and thanks for joining me.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it. God bless you. Thank you very much.
All right, bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much for listening to this episode. We hope you enjoyed it and took away as much information as possible. Our second sponsor for this episode is Afriverse. Afriverse is an e-learning marketplace for those in the diaspora and on the continent to share knowledge between each other. Whether you're looking to gain a new skill or to find out ways that you can make money online, particularly on the African continent, Afriverse is the website for you. Visit afriverse.co, that's afriverse.co to learn more. Right now, we are running a 10% promo off the How to Export from Nigeria course. If you're looking to find out how to become a professional exporter from A to Z, visit afriverse.co